Hey guys, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Today I'd like to talk to you about the upcoming hero, the next hero to be released, Rexxar. I'm not going to go too much into Rexxar's backstory as there's all kinds of documentation and much better videos out there that could do a better job of telling the story of Rexxar than I could. Instead, what I'm going to do is talk about the Rexxar that we are going to see in the Nexus. Rexxar is a half-orc, half-ogre. Now I know this isn't strictly speaking true, as it's told that his father is half-orc, half-ogre, and his mother is entirely orc. However, for the sake of this video, we're going to talk about him as half-orc, half-ogre. Due to his mixed lineage, he is a towering and massively muscled warrior, and he wields two huge axes with tremendous skill. Rexxar, in the past, was given the title Champion of the Horde after assisting Thrall in establishing Durotar and Orgrimmar. He is a member of the Mok Nathal clan from Draenor. This clan consists mostly of half-ogres, but apparently has members of other races as well. Rexxar was part of the first invading force that came through the Dark Portal when the Orcs invaded Azeroth for the first time. Sometime after this, he was on the wrong side of the Dark Portal when the Dark Portal was shut. This led him to be stranded in Azeroth along with Grom Hellscream. After this, Rexxar found himself thinking he could only trust beasts, and as a result went to wander the wild in search of his own solitude. During his time in the wild, Rexxar found new animal companions, one of which is Misha. I'd like to point this out to everyone. The Rexxar we see in Draenor, in Warlords of Draenor, is not the Rexxar we will be seeing in Heroes of the Storm. This is a alternate reality Rexxar, who has nothing to do with the Rexxar in Heroes of the Storm, or the other Rexxar in World of Warcraft. Rexxar's closest relation to a playable character would be a Beastmaster Hunter in World of Warcraft. This is because he has several animal companions and uses ranged weapons. Although those ranged weapons are axes which he throws, and are unlike the guns, bows and crossbows that other hunters use, his affiliation still remains to Beastmasters. He has multiple animal companions, some of which are called Misha, another one is Huffaker. You see both of these in Heroes of the Storm. Misha will be with him at all times, and Huffaker will probably be the boar and the other boars, which are spawned when using one of his heroic abilities. One of the more interesting things to Rexxar is which Rexxar do we find here. As Rexxar has a long history reaching far back to beyond the forming of the first Dark Portal, it's very interesting to see which Rexxar and what time the Rexxar that we are experiencing in Heroes of the Storm, where exactly he is from. During the first invasion, Rexxar went through the Dark Portal with the Horde. During this time he was accompanied by a large black wolf called Huffaker. In the battle shortly following this invasion, Huffaker was killed. The fact that we are seeing Misha and not Huffaker in Heroes of the Storm leads me to believe that Rexxar is a much later, much more modern version of the Rexxar we're seeing, and not one we found during the Orcish Wars. It will be interesting to see his interactions between Thrall and Jaina to see exactly what period of time we're experiencing this Rexxar from, but I imagine we're experiencing Rexxar during, or maybe shortly after, the start of Vanilla World of Warcraft. During Vanilla World of Warcraft, you can find Rexxar patrolling Desolace and Feralus with Misha at his side. He also assisted Heroes of the Horde in destroying Onyxia. We may also be seeing Rexxar from shortly after the beginning of the Burning Crusade expansion. During this expansion, Rexxar resides in Thunderlord's stronghold in Blade's Edge Mountains. During this time he is attempting to make peace with his father and maybe join the Orcs and Ogres in peaceful union. After the Burning Crusade, there is no mention of Rexxar. The only Rexxar you kind of see is in Warlords of Draenor, but again this is not the same Rexxar we are experiencing in Heroes of the Storm. He is not seen in Wrath of the Lich King, nor was he seen in Cataclysm, aside from a very small role in the World event. That's going to be about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Rexxar is one of my favourite heroes. I think he's at the moment my favourite hero in the game. I always used to play Beastmastery Hunter if I could. Unfortunately for a long time it was really bad in Warcraft, but I always used to try and play it whenever I could. And it's just a really fun class to play, and Rexxar is kind of the hero of that spec. So I think he's going to be very fun to play. I think his lore is incredibly interesting. Again, I'm not going to go too much into it because there are other people that have done a much better job than I could ever do of doing it. I'll link some of those in the description. They're really, really good. If you are interested, it's a very interesting story stretching right back to Warcraft 3. And there's just all kinds of good stuff about it. If you've played Warcraft 3, you probably know most of this already, but I think it's very interesting to see which Rexxar we're actually getting, and I think it would have been very interesting if we maybe got the Huffaker Rexxar as opposed to the Misha Rexxar, but I've always liked Misha. I think Misha's a great character. I really am interested to see if Thrall and Rexxar have any kind of specific interactions, or if anything interesting happens between Rexxar and Jaina. Other than that, that's going to be about it. I'm probably going to do a few more of these when the new heroes come out. Please let me know if you liked it. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.